Chances are you've scheduled something online. Maybe a doctor appointment, an oil change, even a dog grooming appointment. You may have even thought, wow, it would be great if I could do something like this for my business. Maybe you thought it would be expensive to pay someone to set up your website to do this. Or you could do it, but of course, you just don't have the time. Maybe you don't have a website. Or maybe you've never even thought about it. Regardless, I encourage you to take a few minutes right now to learn a little bit about myServiceForce. myServiceForce is an online scheduling tool from myServiceForce. Its function is simple: to give service businesses like yours a way to allow their customers to request service or schedule an appointment online. The only thing you need to experience the benefits of myServiceForce is a business and customers that need to schedule appointments. Let me show you how myServiceForce works. Now, if you have a website, we provide you with a unique internet address that you can link to from anywhere on your website. We suggest something like a Schedule Now button or a link. Regardless, you want something that makes it clear to your website visitor where they click to schedule now. And if you don't have a website, that's no problem. We'll create a custom scheduling landing page for you, something like this, with a unique internet address, essentially a website dedicated to your company's scheduling. Regardless, once your customer clicks Schedule Now, they will see your scheduling calendar. Now, before I show you how a customer would request or set an appointment, let me just say that you have complete control over your scheduling. For instance, you can choose what days will be available on your calendar, how many appointment requests you'll accept for specific days. You can even block out holidays, or for that matter, you can allow holidays and say how many resources you'll have available for holidays. So again, you have complete control over your schedule. So let's see how a customer requests an appointment. First, your customer will want to enter their zip code and click Submit. Now, the zip code is really important because we give you the ability to customize your schedule based on zones, and each zone contains different zip codes. So this is important because, well, maybe you want to have more resources available for scheduling in different zones. So in a more populated area, a busier area, you may want to have more resources available and accept more appointments. In a more rural area, maybe you want to accept fewer appointments. So again, customer just enters their zip code, clicks Submit, and then they can choose whatever days are available. Notice that certain days are blocked out, and if you try to click on any of them, you won't be able to get there. So those are, for whatever reason, those are days that are unavailable. But let's say this customer wants to schedule on the 15th. They would just click on that, and that would bring them up to an appointment request form. Now, I've filled this out already, but it's pretty straightforward. It lists the date they're requesting the appointment for, and they'll just go down through and fill out the information: name, address, phone numbers, email address, and then the service date. That's already in there because they picked that. And then here, they'll choose what time block they want. These are time blocks that you choose from in your setup. So they'll choose the afternoon. And if this is maybe somebody who's scheduling for a home warranty or some other sort of warranty claim, if there's a reference number or let's say a dispatch ID, they can enter that information here, and or I should say enter that number there, and then they can put in a description of the job if they'd like to do that. So in this case, just saying they're submitting an appointment request for a warranty claim. And we also have a call ahead request. So maybe the customer would like to request a call ahead when the technician's on the way, and they can choose from a list there. Once they've done that, click on Submit, and they'll receive a confirmation that the appointment request has been received. In addition to this confirmation message on the screen, the customer will also receive an email of this same message at the email address they specified in their request. Now at this point, the notification is also sent to the myServiceForce backend, where you, the user, will be able to view all the details of this request and then either confirm or reschedule the appointment request if necessary. Regardless, you have all the information you need to contact this customer and meet their service needs. So let's take a look at the myServiceForce backend. As a user of myServiceForce, you'll log in via the myServiceForce.com Business Center. And within just a few clicks, you'll be logged into the myServiceForce user interface. Now, appointment requests that are submitted online will appear in the appointment request screen. So to view appointment requests and work with them, simply click on appointment request and you'll see them listed here. Now, of course, you can search for appointment requests by different parameters, service zones that you'd set up, and of course you can set up date range, and you can choose how many requests you want to see on each page. So let's take this first request. I can just see this. Obviously this is a test, but I can see some details or some summary information actually about this. If I want to see the detail, simply click on Detail, and I can just scroll down through my form here, check this out, and I can see, okay, this was a warranty call or some sort of third-party call where there's a dispatch ID or a reference number. Great, that's helpful. And I can set my job status here. So if I'm going to confirm this, let's say I can meet this appointment. Great, I'll confirm that. And this would be where the customer would enter any job description, so I'd have an idea of what needs to be done. And I can enter a note here. Now this note, it's important to make note that this note will appear on the email that goes to the customer. So if you want to send a little custom message or details, something like that, this would be where to enter that. If they requested a call ahead request, that would be noted here as well. If you make any changes, make sure you click Save Changes, and next step, send confirmation. And at this point, this will send an email to the customer at their email address with the confirmation message and letting you know that this was done successfully. Within myServiceForce, you can also get a good idea of what's going on with your online scheduling by clicking on Schedule Calendar. And this gives you an overview of what's going on with your online scheduling. So as I said earlier, you can set the number of resources you have available for different days and different time slots, and you can define different zones based on zip codes. And this just really shows you, based on the number of resources you have available, how many appointments have been requested. So, and this is just an example of a calendar where nothing's been requested, so all my resources are available. So I have 6 of 6 resources available here, 12 of 12 available here. However, in a real-world scenario where appointments are being requested, you'd see these numbers slowly start to go down, so you can see where maybe you need to start increasing resources on a certain day, or maybe make less resources available on certain days. Regardless, it gives you an overview of what's going on with your online scheduling. We capture all the customer information from the appointment request, and you can access all that information here on the customer's page. So this is there for your future use, marketing purposes, or just reference purposes. Now, of course, we have various preferences and settings that you can adjust, and first of those being service zones. I mentioned these earlier. Again, these are different zones that you can set up with different times and different availabilities, and these are all based on zip codes. Some companies may just serve all zip codes equally and not want to make more than one zone. Other companies may want to create several zones. It's really up to the customer, and that can be customized however you see fit. And for the email communications, the automated email communications, like the auto acknowledgement and the booking confirmation, you can adjust these email templates as you like to say exactly what you want your customers to see. And then there's company preferences as well, who you want internally to receive emails, and whether they be carbon copies or blind copies. And then your customer calendar, this is actually the link that you put on your website. And lastly, in the preferences is a list of warranty companies and third parties. Now, you can make your schedule available to select third parties to share your schedule with, again, with select third parties. And that's myServiceForce. By itself, myServiceForce is obviously an effective tool for helping you run your business more efficiently and cost effectively. Keep in mind that you can also use myServiceForce in conjunction with our other tools like myService Pro, myService Ace Plus, and one of our newest tools, myService AutoCall, which allows you to place automated phone calls to your customers with recordings you make, communicating scheduling reminders, appointment follow-ups, and whatever else you choose. If you're ready to get started with myServiceForce, or you'd like more information, just let us know. Thanks for your time, and have a great day.